Hello everyone, I am Tacit and welcome to the Gems of War Campaign 6, Week 5, Day 5. So today, of course, we got ourselves the Arena event, as well as Arena event going on throughout the entirety of the weekend. One of the least paying out events as far as ones that are within the game. The main thing that ends up giving is 3 gem keys, 2 event keys, half a deed, and 1 color deeds, that is. And a orb at the end. If that orb is a purple or a blue, it is worth it. Though, of course, it has the highest chance of being green, which would be very unfortunate when that happens. But, yeah, ideally, of course, we're hoping for the better ones. But yeah, that's what we'll be doing. It's a good idea to split up the battles across 3 days so that you do at least 3 every single day. The main reason for this is one mechanic with Arena that they added when they added this pretty bad Arena event. But one mechanic that they did add with it is that it does give you 3 additional offers per day. This does count even when it's not an Arena event. Though during an Arena event, if you're going to be doing it anyways, you might as well utilize it then. It also has a pretty high chance if you still need a pet to upgrade a kingdom to offer you the pet offer. And I still need 3 more copies of this guy. So it's kind of convenient that this came around right about now because I actually need more copies. So he stopped showing up in my middle. So that means tomorrow he probably won't unless we get really unlucky. I think we need 3 copies. Let me just double check so we don't overbuy today. But I'm pretty sure we just needed 3 more after that one that we just got. Or maybe it's 2 more. Pretty sure it was 3. I know if we see a set of 3, that should be enough to push us over. Yeah, so we currently need exactly 3, which is what I thought. Okay, just making sure. But, yeah, this is what we're going to be doing mostly this day. Of course, I'll probably go claim our little bit of gems there and, you know, the standard dailies. World event's already done, so don't need to mess with anything with that. So we're mostly just going to be messing with Arena. So, let's get into it. Start doing some Arena runs. Over to games, over to the events, where you just click over to the Arena thingy. So, we'll see if we can do it with no repicks this time around. We did last time and it ended up working out pretty decently. So, we won't re-roll this time around. Let's see, create a mix of green and purple, equal to the current green and purple on the board, so that's going to be very useless. Deal damage to an enemy, transforms all red to brown. Nothing too good there. The convert could be okay, but at that point I'd rather just have Hellcat. Transform a selected mana color to red, and then deals damage to a random enemy. Only problem is, even with 20%, it's pretty low, but if nothing else, due to his 20%, we can just put him in first slot and use him as a frontline hitter. So, worst comes to worst, we have an option there. Fortunately, every single one of these uses yellow, and not a single one of them uses red, which is a really bad combination to go with Hellcat, especially a first slot Hellcat. At this point, I think we might be going down the route of Frost Lizard, because Frost Lizard can somewhat loop. Also has free spam. Could go true damage, but we have no true damage synergy yet. So I think Frost is just going to be the way to go, which seems really weird with like a red option. However, now we have Valkyrie, so now it looks a little better. We could feed blue. Is our whole team just going to be yellow, apparently? Well, this thing doesn't use either color. Create a mix of... Oh, no, it creates a bunch of purple, though. This is going to feed back to Hellcat. It's going to do almost nothing. Yeah, I think we might have to go Valkyrie. What's Slayer Ghost really going to do? Deal damage to the weakest enemy, then transforms all skulls to Doom Skulls. The problem is the enemy getting a follow-up on that, plus it full blocks Frost Lizard. So you know what, we're going to get Divinia. We're going all in with these blues. Ogre would normally be a pretty good first slot. However, with this team, we're probably going all in on the Hellcat first slot and just using Valkyrie as our main component. So at this point, I'm almost feeling like getting elhay just to have a backup plan in case they have really high skull attack. It would also help if they have Charm, because we could just make our attack go to 0. Because we're not really using... I guess we're kind of using Hellcat's attack. But once Hellcat dies, we're not really using our attack value. Because Valkyrie has like, what, 6, 7? Yeah, it has 6. So, once it dies, we basically have no attack value. We don't really want to go Ogre, otherwise we're going to be blocking out Frost Lizard. So, I think it is, unless we want to go pure yellow. I think we're going with elhay. This is a very weird team, however, Frost Lizard should carry us, if nothing else. And we'll put that all the way in the back just so it backlands tank for us. We could put Frost Lizard in second. But the only problem is then Valkyrie becomes useless, unless she would also already just naturally be useless. He's destroying a bunch of green that we're not going to get any value from either. However, we can kind of just consider it as remove because, yeah, we don't get the mana for it. So at least it's denying a color we are not using. It's actually the only color we're not using. Unfortunately, we can't set banners. But let's see how it goes. Also, your tokens don't matter. Your tokens don't work. None of your stats really work in Arena. It's one of the more even playing fields within the game. It's like what the game was like when it first came out, pretty much. Is very similar to what Arena is. In pretty much every way, as well as how bad the loot is. Even though it's actually been buffed like 3 times. Most recently, of course, being the Arena event itself that we're doing right now. Okay, we'll take that over. Really wish it was replaced with a different event, though. especially just like a treasure hunt related one, or anything. So that's barely any damage, but the main thing we're aiming for here is just to get Valkyrie to full mana and then spam Frost Lizard like crazy. Our entire team is pretty much just Frost Lizard, keep casting, and that's it. That is the entire plan and nothing else, pretty much. The big concern here is he has the ability to remove all blue. I kind of just want to go and get an extra turn convert here and try to get as much blue on the board as we possibly can. The big issue, though, is we have no extra turn, so we're just going to have to go for this and hope we get lucky. Guess what? We did not get lucky. And at least he's... Oh, I was going to say, he might get skull distracted there. Nope, not even that. Okay, we'll take that. If nothing else, we get our purples going. I'll get Hellcat going so we can then go into convert. Nothing really good to convert once again. Brown's not really going to do much. But anyways, hello everyone. Didn't even say hello to everyone yet. Hello Defiance. Hello Bill. Hello Mister. Hello Imperial. Hello Daddy Shark. Hello Ricardo. Hello Sushi Ninja. Hello Isabel. Hello Nightmare. Hello Rogue. Hello let's see. Hello Hung. Hello Jamie. Hello Renus. Welcome, welcome. Okay, so do we have a good convert here? Not really. So let's take the yellow. See if we can get kind of other convert going. After that one denial on the board, not much to really do. I guess we go for double skull. One nice thing about this team, and probably the only thing that's really going to keep it going, there's two things that are gonna make this team like not completely useless. The first one is that he has 11 attack, the Hellcat, and pretty overall okay ability, durability, mostly because of 20% extra stats. And then Frost Lizard just kind of doing an infinite. That's like the only two options we have. Also, if you're wondering why we didn't put Frost Lizard in last slot, there's quite a few things in Arena, as well as just in general, but particularly Arena, that specifically hit last slot. So you generally don't want to put your most viable thing there. Generally speaking, pretty much consistently throughout the history of Gems of War, the safest location where you can keep a troop is in 3rd slot. So that is exactly where we have it. It's particularly relevant for Arena. Not so much in every game mode, though. But Arena, that is still very relevant for. So we'll do the Sons of Purple right here. Mostly just trying to cycle the board a little bit to see if we can get like a Valkyrie or something going. I know we already have all of our mana, but we're mostly just trying to thin out the board and ideally increase the amount of blue on the board. Or if nothing else, keep randomly getting skulls like that, and that would also work. I kind of want to go for Frost Lizard. Good chance we fail here. I'm trying to see if Leshy has an extra turn. We got to keep remembering that we do have Leshy for removing of the green. Well, technically destroying of the green, but that doesn't do anything for us. And we can utilize that. Unfortunately, that does make our attack become 0, meaning our only means of attack now is to spam this lizard. So we shall do just that, and they are both at exactly 1 HP, because of course they would be. Luckily that Doomskull still does its thing, and I think we killed it with a burn. Actually, what did that die to? Wait. Hold up. What did that die to? I'm actually not sure. Was it? It couldn't have been poisoned. No one has burn, right? Okay, I'm actually confused what he died to. He had 1 HP and then he didn't. I am actually not sure what he died to. Regardless, he was dead anyways. Let's see, I'll take the skull there. He was entangled. I think he might have been frozen. We don't have any other mechanic. You just do souls. You don't have burn. Well, you do off a skull, but you don't have that in Arena. Yeah, I'm not sure. He doesn't have an invisible burn. Because if they did forget to add it in the text, it would show it over here because it would always add it. It would show like, oh, hey, you could do burn. And kind of like right here, it shows, oh, yeah, you get to do entangle and you get to destroy. So if something's hidden, you know, it doesn't say specifically on the text, it would say it there. And it doesn't. Do I just go for red, hope it surges, and Valkyrie? Yes. And luckily all that happened. Unfortunately, give it a lot of yellow. But I think it is worth it. Assuming we have alignment here. Which we do not. Go, convert to skull. Somehow. I wish you could convert skulls like that. A little unfortunate that we can't. In this particular instance. Oh, you know what? We can do it on red. Not a particularly good color to go for. That's why I didn't notice it. But, that's good enough. We'll go convert away our green. It's not like we need it anyways. And ideally, we want another Valkyrie in here. We do use the most of yellow, but I do want to go for yellow here. Because it sets up the board nicely for this extra turning. Which it does indeed do. And then we do it again, so it extra turns. And then we do it again, so it extra turns. No, I don't think we can get it again. Well, let's take a blue for now, get that over there. Currently a red potion randomly. I said, hello, Roman! Welcome. Let's see. Is there a fast Zugaf team for Explore 12 that doesn't have 3 times Fire Skull? You can still do it with Iron Gut plus Zugaf. Iron Gut Zugaf still works for Explore 12. I don't feel like it's as quick, but it would work. I got disease on us. That's bad because I need that blue mana, as well as just all his mana in general. Do I try for a random hit? I think we try for a random hit. We missed. I can Skull kill it for the 1 damage. We don't have a small destroy, which is really unfortunate on this team. It's always good to have that in Arena, as well as just in general. But particularly Arena, because Skulls do so much relative to total durability. Since durability is so much lower here. We're just going to convert away red. And even though we don't directly need that mana, we get a Skull out of it, and the chance of this extra turning is so ridiculously high. And it's dead. What are the other 2 troops? Probably a Thrall and something else? Maybe Hero for something if you want to get Class XP. So that you can farm Class XP, otherwise a Leprechaun, so you go a bit quicker. Make sure the Thrall's in front of the Zugaf, though. And obviously Iron Gun in first slot. Because that becomes your new Skull Damager then. Instead of doing triple damage burning, you use the Zugaf HP, or the Zugaf attack. I mean, not the you know what I mean. The Iron Guts attack that it steals from the things it devours, I meant to say. What do we go for here? Trying to cast this now is really bad value. I'm just going to take a yellow for now. And then see if we can get something going with this. Take the yellow over there. Try to see if we can get something good here. We haven't really got much skull value. We could deny our own blue. Probably not a good idea. Though also our only option. That is extra turn related. Unless I'm missing something somewhere, so I don't see it though. Unless we could convert skulls, if only. I'll do it on blue. It's probably a bad idea given that our whole team is kind of needing blue. But the other alternative is we just keep taking skulls until we win. Because until he's dead, we can just go with that strategy and it won't be bad just because of how much damage he has. And eventually the blues come back. And now the board's basically back to normal. I'm actually just going to do this because he's dead anyways, unless he somehow kills that, which even though he hit it, isn't even enough damage, so there we go. Yeah, Urskea Shield Rowan's pretty good for Explore. It's one of the cheapest options you can end up getting away with. And yeah, Megavore is a pretty good synergy thing if you want to have another troop for it. Normally I don't mention the Megavore for it because we try to keep it as cheap as possible. And normally it's like a Leprechaun or something else. Throw a Leprechaun is such a good mana accumulation method. But sometimes you need a second damage source in there. Instead of just the one. Because of course the main damage source on a Rowan team is Rowan itself. So we're going to deny our green. That does mean Leshy doesn't really have an option though. In almost every battle he's not really going to have an option. Since one of the main reasons you would cast Leshy is, well, one, if you need the Entangle. But the other main one is when you actually need to destroy the green to accumulate the mana. But because we don't use anything that's using green, we kind of can't do that. Luckily, that did not one-shot. But there's a lot of damage, though. So unfortunately, we do have to deny out yellow, even though our entire team uses yellow. Though luckily, they also use other colors. So do that, get a little bit of mana going. Almost got all his mana back as well. We have this cast. Is it even worth going for right here? I think it is. We have a convert on green. But I think we're going to try for that, and we got... Oh, no, we did get extra turn. Never mind. Well, luckily, we still have green convert, so I guess that hasn't changed. So we're going to down to green. Hope we get luckier here. Which, unfortunately, we do not. Oh, and he got the one-shot. No! My damage source. Whatever shall we do? Oh, gosh, I got to be careful. If our first slot dies now, we have no damage source at all. Well, not literally none. We could still poke for very small skull damage. I'm going to do something weird and convert away our blue. I need it to not get mana, because that's being an issue at the moment. So move that over, take the other thing over. Now, if only we had a way to poke him. Just one more time. If only we had a Frost Lizard that did such a thing. I'm going to do this. Doesn't that move it far enough down? Yes, it does. There we go. That's what we needed. Alright, one more to go. See, even bad arena teams do okay. You just gotta know when to pick the auto-win troop. Like we saw with our 3 options there that there was no weird way to build around Hellcat, so we just had to commit it to a first slot and just go all in the Frost Lizard. And which is why we chose Valkyrie at that point. Which is some synergy with the red going in, but the main reason is to feed blue into the Lizard, of course. But yeah, while most bonuses do not affect Arena, one thing that does is, of course, the 10 or 20% that are around every single week. And definitely keep an eye out for them on given Arena weeks, or whenever you're doing Arena, which is pretty much, you know, whenever Arena weeks are. But if you're doing Arena for any other reason, always keep an eye on the 10 and 20% bonuses, because it's one of the only bonuses, actually, is basically the only bonus that really applies to Arena specifically. And while it might not seem like much, it can get pretty high. Normally, I believe he has 9 attack, and now he has 11. Which is a pretty substantial difference, given that generally the highest attack in Arena is normally around 9. There are a few exceptions, naturally. But for the most part, 9's around like the average highest. I know there are a few exceptions. But when you have 20% or 10%, it can go even higher than that. Because he's naturally a 9 that's at 11. What do we go for here? I think we just poke it with a skull. He gets purple out of it, but he doesn't use purple. Also, he has something that creates blue anyway, so he's kind of just helping us, which is always convenient. That almost kills our first slot. Actually, he has exact enough damage on his next hit. But we have Frost Lizard, so we kind of just keep spamming that. Good chance we don't land extra turn. I'm still going for it, though. And we do indeed miss. He's going to go for that skull poke there. Though he's also about to create blues for us, so that's also going to be kind of helpful. Or never mind, I kind of killed him, didn't I? Or we could just kill him. That also works. Does he destroy based on our color? Yeah, he destroys based on our color. Good, he didn't hit our blue. We need those blues, though he would have been dead regardless of what he did there. Unless he somehow extra turned. Okay, let's see what we get for our first arena thing. Hey, what was I saying? See, I told you. Told you we'd get him. Actually, I should have probably just waited. We could have gotten all of them for slightly cheaper. Not like 10% makes much of a difference. But yep, I'll grab it. Okay, we did it. In the very first arena run. I told you that was common. I'm not sure what its rate is when you have it as an option, but gosh, does it feel like upwards of 33%, if not 50%. It is so absurdly high. But yeah, let's go upgrade him now. That should be all the copies we need. So now we can stop buying him finally. And no longer will he show up in my middle thingy for the 3 daily tasks, or you know, the 3 daily offer things. But there we go. And the main reason we had to do that was because Blade of the Lands needed a 3rd max troop, if you have max stars on it right now. And until you get 3 max Blade of the Lands troops, it'll keep asking for you to do it constantly, which is annoying. But now we finally have 3. The Dark Helmet, or the, yeah, helmet. The Hell Puppy, and the Wimp, which we just got upgraded now. Oh, we get a major orb soon. Ooh. Too bad we don't have anything else to upgrade. I need to pay attention to that. The next pet we get, wait, can we do that tomorrow? We're getting a pet tomorrow. I'd have to get enough copies of it for that to work, though. Should we go max it? No. But don't forget, we are getting the 2020 Cat Day? Dog Day? I think it was Dog Day. The International Dog Day of 2020 pet tomorrow. It's a little wizard dog thingy. But that's coming in tomorrow if you haven't already gotten it, if we want to get more copies. Hopefully we get enough copies that we get a major orb off it, because we need to upgrade it. I don't think we have that many copies of it currently. But anyways, that has been done. We still don't get a star out of it, but at least it stops occupying our middle offer, which is the main reason for getting it out. Because now no longer will we have this imp in our middle offer. We will actually see other random junk that we're never going to end up getting unless it's something really good. Oh, also, of course, you get stuff from Arena. We do get things from doing Arena. It might not seem like much, but the very first reward is 3 gem keys. Then it goes to some useless amount of diamonds. I think it's like, what, 5? I can't remember. Something useless. Some useless number. Actually, it might be 10, but in shards. I think it's 10. But yeah, you get 3 gem keys, then 10 diamonds basically, then 2 event keys, then what is essentially half a color deed. It's like 6/10 of a color deed, and because it's 60 writs. And then the final reward that you get is an orb. But of course, you can also claim the 3 offers every single time, or get 3 offers. Doesn't mean you're going to take them all. Luckily, we got a really good one for the first one. Anyways, let's keep doing it. So I wonder if it will keep giving me the tasks. I've never actually paid much attention to that. So right now, we have now done it. So theoretically, it has no reason to give us the pet objective anymore because we no longer have that objective. Though it might be on a day-by-day basis on when it refreshes it, because I know the offer things will, of course, refresh day by day, but I'm not sure if Arena does. So we'll find out if we don't get any pets the next two. That could just be us not getting pets for the next two. But if we do end up getting a pet, that does confirm that it doesn't refresh until the following day. On what tasks it give you for the Arena. Okay, steal 7 life from an enemy, boosted by purple allies and enemies. I think we go for this. This can go pretty out of control. The only problem is none of these are purple. Luckily, it does it based on enemies too. Do you crate purple? No. You just poke. You have true damage. I might just have to draft this just because it has true damage synergy. We could go for this for his durability, but really it's not much difference. It's literally just Spearmaster with a worse ability but higher armor. Like it's 24 durability instead of 18. And yes, that's a pretty substantial increase. But his ability is pretty bad. It just deals some damage to an enemy. It does create Bone Storm, which honestly will probably be more of an annoying thing. So we're going to recruit to True Damage to go with our True Damage. We now have another purple, which I think we do just for the synergy here. The only problem is we don't really have a way to feed mana. Based on pure damage, we'd probably go Crabman. Deal 10 damage to the first and last enemy and bleed them, which is pretty much a guarantee 22 damage for 11 mana cost, which isn't too bad for Arena. Plus the bleed will likely linger for a couple turns, plus we get stacked to bleed. It's slightly synergized with true damage options. The other alternative is we take Excavator, and we use that to feed red to Spearmaster. And we use that to keep getting this to be crazy. Because we're probably going to put this in second slot so we can start to get ramp up. That would make Spearmaster be our last slot, and this would be our third then. It's a little bit of a weird location to have him, but I have to do it because I don't want to block this on any of its mana. And then we only block Spearmaster on brown, so that we can then feed him red directly off of Excavator himself. Which I think is the game plan here. Crabman's safer pick, but Excavator is pretty much all in on Seguina. So here we could go Sloth. The only problem with going Sloth here is it mana blocks. But it's slightly tempting to go first slot Sloth, let it die, and then go crazy on Seguina. The only problem is having a purple like that, it almost makes me want to go Seguina first slot. We're going to build a weird team. We're going all in on Seguina. So how much life steal is that, assuming they have 0 purple? That is 19 damage. Maybe we shouldn't block her. Okay, well, she's our first slot now. I'm actually going to put that in front of that. And put our Sloth as our backline tank, as weird as that may seem. Even though it has no capability to tank whatsoever. Mostly because after it does its first drain, it kind of gains some durability. But I want to carry with our backup as Spearmaster. So basically, we're building all into Seguina. And then Spearmaster is our backup for when that inevitably fails. Because if we don't get a cast off before they start doing damage, we kind of just lose. It's pretty much this team. Normally, you're a really core troop on your team. You want to have a front line in front of it. This team can't really do that properly. Unless we want to block her color. Actually, technically we could do it with Spearmaster. But then we'd be have another situation where we're sacrificing our backup damage source. Just to keep our other damage source safe. Which I guess could kind of work. But the problem is if both of them die, we just auto-lose. Nope, don't hit that. I need that to live. That is the most important thing on our entire team. It is basically our entire team, other than Spearmaster. Okay, so we're hitting for 27. I think that will kill. Just possibly. The only problem is it does only steal life based on how much damage you do. So right there we did, what, 10 damage? 15? 15. We did 15 damage. So we only healed for 15. Because the cap it can do up to is how much you actually do damage of. So she's hitting way above what she can actually end up healing for. If nothing else, that does mean we get to one-shot, so there's that at least. But it does mean we're going to get less HP from our one-shots. So I'm going to start filling that up a little bit. Luckily our true damage is right back up and ready to go. Also, we can deliberately not take out the enemy's purples on given battles as well to make sure we have even more damage. Though there are very few situations where we're actually going to need that much damage. So I can get 7 reds created here. The chance this actually lands is pretty underwhelming, but still try for it. And of course it missed. Pretty high chance I was going to miss, but hey. It was worth a shot. Didn't get red off the sky, unfortunately, there. He does get a bit of green. Does go into that little skull. Very unfortunate, though luckily we do have our backup plan ready to go, which is why he's here. So this destroys a column and is boosted by red destroyed. So I can actually do that and destroy a purple here and get a little bit of damage there, get our mana back, and pretty much just cycle it right back to where we were. So that should count as a purple, as a brown. We're actually going to do it here though instead of popping the potion, mostly because our chance of actually turning is slightly higher, of which we landed. We don't have a cascade down here, so we can't do anything with that. Let's take our little bit of mana. Our secondary carry is ready to go. Unfortunately, this is column and not row. Generally, row is a better destroy to have, but his damage is generally too good to pass up on. So here we will pop the browns because it's worth doing at this point, since we're not creating a different color. Because you don't generally want to create a mix of two different colors when you can help it. Yeah, it's called Spell Spaniel, the pet that's coming out tomorrow. It's the 2020 International Dog Day pet. We got the 2021 one, what, 2 weeks ago? Also, hello Joe, hello Logic Slayer, hello Draco, who have I said hello to? Hello, Vespini. Hello Mister, hello Shardim's Cats, hello everyone else, welcome, welcome. Alright, let's keep going. Also, why another code after this run? Might as well. Probably do another 2 after this as well. Because you gotta spread up the battles a little bit. I accidentally miscalculated the battles last time around though, where we had them done like so early. But ideally we do want to do it 3-3-3. And I think you need to do 4 extra on top of that, if I'm not mistaken. So basically if we do like 4-4-4 and one of them is a 5, I think that gets it done, if I'm not mistaken. What do we go for here? It all seems pretty bad. Obviously, ideally, what we want to do is go for her mana first. We're going to take this because if a skull falls, 2 of those locations would have been beneficial to us, and only 1 of them would have been beneficial for the enemy. So it's worth it. We can try for yellow off a sky here. Worst comes to worst, we can take the purple there. He does get to do extra to blue, though that's pretty irrelevant due to the fact we have no blue. So we're going to skull poke because we can. Apparently, double skull poke off of pure RNG off a sky. He has so many purples that we are very much going to one-shot. 31 damage. That is a lot of damage. Oh, we don't have to worry about not one-shotting, that's for sure, gosh. So kill that. He has nothing to feed red into. He's literally just going to feed us free reds. Unfortunately, we also don't have much to do red for. Like, obviously we could do it into him, but it's only one singular option. For that much red, not much we could really do out of it. Let's take a red over there. Go poke us, which is basically nothing. We can destroy a column. I'm actually going to do it for this blue, even though we don't get any boost ratio for it. Which is unfortunate. Maybe I should have, because this energy would have been enough to kill. But I wanted to get the extra turn, which seems slightly more important. I didn't realize it wouldn't actually die. I thought that was enough damage. Apparently we actually did have to hit at least 1 red there for it to be enough. What do we want here? I think we just do this so that anything we do kills, and that counts as anything. Because even a destroy column would have destroyed there because of the Doom Skull. Would have put it into kill range. Or not kill range, but would have killed it out. You cannot cascade that brown, unfortunately, into extra turn. I might just take the purple and hope we get lucky off of sky. Because if a brown falls from sky, that's an extra turn. We got it. Gotta try for them. You'll never get the luck drops if you don't try for the luck drops when it's when there's no downside to it. Well, technically that was a 50-50. It could have went for him for getting the 5 times brown. You generally don't want to go when it's a 66-33 or, you know, a 2/3 against you. An instance of that would be, for example, let's say there's a column right here we could take, and we want to try getting this green extra turn. You generally wouldn't want to do that, especially if they use a lot of good green. Mostly because if a green falls there or there, it'll help the enemy, but if a green falls there, it'll help you. So there's a twice as high of a chance that it'll help the enemy. But in the situation we were just in, it was a 50-50. Where if the brown fell where it did, we got the extra turn like we did. And if it didn't, then there was a 50% chance it would have went to the enemy. Also, that reminds me, we need to make sure he doesn't get mana. Oh, that'll work. Still not dead yet. And we don't have anywhere to destroy enough skulls. I'm actually going to take this potion. Oh, or that can happen. Wow, we're getting really lucky sky this battle. That is some absurdly lucky sky. So this auto hits weakest. I can hit for 10. Oh, we have to keep in mind, weakest is actually... Oh, no, it is actually him. Weakest is not based on lowest HP. It's based on lowest durability. Even though we're using a true damage ability, which is HP plus armor. Though this does happen to be him because he's at 15. So this actually will kill because it's 10 damage, exactly, on the dots. Which is his exact HP value, conveniently. Oh, don't kill it. good. Oh, close. Alright, let's get all of our life back. She just one-shots everything, gosh. There might not be a single battle where she might not one-shot in this entire arena run. Oh, I tried for blue off the sky. We got a blue, another blue off the sky. It wasn't in the right location for the extra turn, though. We did technically get a blue. Not where we wanted, though. Gave us 2 blue matches instead of a 1-4 times. Which is ideally what we wanted, since we don't actually use blue mana right now. Like the previous team that needed it desperately. Oh, we would take here. I'll probably take that for free. Good way to start. The only problem is we have no real follow-up here. I might just take a big cascade and hope something happens out of it. Give us purple if nothing else. Well, not directly, but, you know, we can swipe for it. If we get double red off the sky, we get extra turn. We got a red. Not quite. Halfway there. It's worth trying, though. How much damage are you at? Why do I even check? It's just one shot always, pretty much. It'll almost never not be one shot. It's currently hitting for 23. Which is very much one shot everything. Though the big question is, what on earth is worth one-shotting here? I'm tempted to kill Dwarven Gate, actually. And then kill his first slot. That or a Summoner. Killing a Summoner would make this go quicker, though killing his first slot would make this battle safer. Like, his Summoner's not going to win, but he's going to be annoying. I'm actually going to aim for yellow here. Destroy does 1-to-1 based on mana. Well, we could do purple too, I guess. But we're not doing this to try to get a kill, that's for sure. We're doing this purely for mana. Could do it over here just because of the cascade chance of purple. Didn't get it, though. Well, we mostly did it for the 3 mana for her. I'm going to kill out the Summoner. It's safer to kill his damage source, but this for the sanity of the speed of this battle, I'm going to do it that way, just in case he starts getting summons. Summons aren't that bad compared to some summoners in Arena. Like the one that gives armor to the entire team while summoning something. That's also ultra annoying, that one human troop that summons mechs. Like that guy is just, like, you auto-kill him immediately the second you see him. But every summoner in Arena can be a bit annoying. Just because then you have to go kill that unit as well. None of them are more annoying than that one mech troop, though. Or that one human that summons mechs. I'm actually really surprised they haven't rebalanced them yet. It just shows how little they care about arena balance. They haven't cared about arena balance for years, though. They did at one point. Like, the first, like, 2 years of the game, maybe? Definitely the first year. Like, when the game mode was actually released and everything. But beyond 2 years, I don't think they've ever really balanced anything. Rebalanced anything based on arena's balance. Because, gosh, has that thing been broken for such a long time? It's been out for, I think, 2 years now, that troop? I want to say 2 years. It has to be at least 2 years. Maybe even longer than that. Might be closer to 3. And he is still the most annoying thing in Arena, if you don't have a proper counter. Yeah, Royal Engineer is his name. Yeah, I couldn't remember his name. Yeah, Royal Engineer. He summons like a bomb bot, tank bot, and I think one other thing? Or maybe just be those two. But he summons like 2 or 3 different things. Oh, but he only summons one of them. All of them are pretty decent in Arena, though. And then he gives 1 billion armor to the entire team. Which is more so his bigger issue. He gives so much armor. Like, if you don't have a true damage or insta-kill option, you could just kind of get to a point where you just auto-lose. Or the battle's going to take so long that you just decide to forfeit. Because it's just that bad. Let's see. We'll go for that. That's enough damage. It's not really even worth drafting either. Because it's a really slow win if you draft it. You'll probably almost never see me draft Royal Engineer unless we really don't have anything else. He hasn't been metal for 180. Not really worth it. We'll skip. No, thank you. Oh, I forgot to claim the 5 gems earlier from the pet we upgraded. And the next one gives us, what's it called? Ends up giving us, a major orb. Anyways, let me go get you guys the code. Also, hello, Bushka! Welcome. Let me go get you guys a code. And of course, we'll have another one every single night, as we always do. Also, I got more codes from Kafka the other day. Chat over there for a little bit, too. Mostly about Puzzle Quest 3, though. Still no announcement on when codes are coming for that game yet, by the way. Any of you who are still playing Puzzle Quest 3. Should be releasing later this year, though. No official date yet, though. But soon, TM. Soon, TM. It'd be kind of funny because I think it's actually going to end up being close to when Gems of War released, which was mid-November. But anyways, there's the code. Use the redeem code on gemsofwar.com for the game code section. Simply click that link. Invite code is underneath settings menu. Redeem code is right over there in chat. Copy paste the random numbers and letters starting with XP. Hey, it starts with XP. That's funny. Too bad it doesn't give any experience. And give same order as always. 2 treasure maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, 2,500 gold. Only works on PC mobile version of the game. Enjoy, everyone. Okay, so we have Wall of Tentacles. Wall of Tentacles is kind of interesting in Arena as well as in general. It's one of the only walls, if not the only wall. I think it actually is the only wall troop, or you know, the ones that have 0 attack. Of any of the troops that have 0 attack, I believe it is the only one that covers 2 colors, which is somewhat relevant. There are several troops that cover 0 attack that you normally don't really notice necessarily, because you don't get to see their base value. But in Arena you can, and it's very obvious that they have 0 attack, because, well, that's a 0. Because there's no base stats here. Because normally you'd have like a billion kingdom base stats that would make it not 0. But, of course, when you're in Arena, none does apply. But the main thing that's relevant about him, other than the 5 to all mana, pretty much all the gates do that. But, not all of them though, but a good majority of them. But the main thing is 2 magic. 2 magic's a lot of magic in Arena. So it's probably worth considering. His biggest liability, he has 0 attack. But he also has 1.5 billion durability because he has 0 attack. And he has 10% extra stats, so I think we kind of have to. Because that's just going to explode a bit. Though that is a lot of mana accumulation for Arena. Explode 1 soul, gain 1 soul for each purple gem. Then explode all purple gems. Also, I never realized he has base 0 armor. He's base 0 armor just like Catharix. That one really annoying to say troop. Catharix. The one from Karkaroff. I never noticed he had base 0 armor. Interesting. What do you do again? Steal some attack from the first enemy boosted by green allies and shift it to life. That is very useless. Okay, we're taking the gates. The Wall of Tentacles. Okay, next up. Got a couple interesting options. Falconer is not horrible. It's one of those few summoners that's actually decent because the pacing on it is good. It summons something that it feeds red directly into, so even if you have nothing else in your team that uses red, as long as your first slot dies, you can still use it. It also gets Hunter's Marks, which speeds you up. And of course, it has a little bit of red. It also has some pretty high base attack. You could even put it in first off if we really wanted to. Tempted to get a Clarion here. Just because of its attack steal. It also has really good mana accumulation relative to Arena. 4 explodes is a lot for Arena. I think we go a Clarion here. And kind of build around a Clarion at this point. Like a first slot or second slot of Clarion, depending on what our other options are. This could be okay. It deals damage to the weakest enemy, boosted by blue allies. And if it dies, it creates some blues. It normally will be one-shotting, but sometimes won't. It depends what the durability is on their weakest. And if you have an AoE option or not. Fire Lizard is kind of interesting. It's not as good as Frost Lizard, because Freeze makes Frost Lizard a lot better. But Burn is still 1 billion damage in Arena. So in the context of Arena, he's not as bad. Got a Valkyrie again, but we have no blue guarantee that we're going to be able to feed into, so probably not worth getting. So at this point, I think we go Fire Lizard and use him as a backup plan. We now have even more red options. We could do blue just to cover blue. It doesn't do too much damage, though. Though, at minimum, he's doing 11. And by minimum, I mean that's all he's going to do because we have no other blue allies. If the enemy's damage, it does deal double, though, which means he'll hit for 22. The only problem is damage means they're missing HP, which means we have to already get to their HP value, meaning they're probably already going to be one-shotted by his ability anyways. The other alternative here is go Hyena and use it as like a weird backup summon. Problem at that point is obviously it's full blocked. I might as well just take Hammerhead just so we're not blocked on mana. So as far as order, it's a bit of a weird one. I think we're actually going to put Hammerhead in second slots. Keep Fire Lizard safe because worst comes to worst, he's our backup plan. Generally, you want to keep your like backup win in third slot when it comes to Arena. Like you need one other damage source that isn't that ideally. But if you just put your backup damage source in third, you're normally going to be fine. I'm actually not going to take a Skull here. Also, he has base 0 as well. Gosh, what's with all these troops I never realized had base 0 armor? Didn't even realize there were so many of them all of a sudden. Because normally when a new troop comes out, you don't really notice it. Like, it's really obvious when they have zero attack. But it's not as obvious when they have 0 armor or 0 HP. Because you can tell 0 attack, because the way that this game works is when you have higher durability, or when you have lower attack, you have higher durability. Which is a weird combination because magic doesn't fall under that category. However, attack does, like directly, like very much so. So anything that ever has a lower attack naturally has higher durability. So anything that has 0 attack has really, really high durability to a point that's super noticeable. Even if you're not necessarily shown that it has 0 attack, you just kind of know how much higher its durability is compared to normal. But you can't quite tell the same when it has 0 HP or armor. It's not as noticeable. Oh, you're a random target, aren't you? Hold up. I forgot, you're not targetable. Whoops. I forgot you're not targetable. Also, our first slot has 1 HP. Also, I just realized the second strategy for this team, which is give Fire Lizard magic and have him go crazy. Well, it was already a plan to have him go crazy. But, that works even better. Also, they fixed Fire Giant so it doesn't do the burn onto the next one. That's normally a change that is not good. Though because it's on the enemy team right now, that is a very beneficial change to us. Because that means our second slot that is currently first is no longer burned or won't be burned. Whereas in the past that would have burned. It's been changed for about 2 years now. I think it was changed for other reasons, however it did help balance him in arena. That wasn't the main reason why it was changed though. But it was a byproduct of what it did. That's not enough damage. Ooh, that's a lot of mana. Ooh, that's dead as well. Fire Lizard, don't die! Oh, I just realized something. We are going to have a very cheesy battle if our team comes down to just that in last slot. That can theoretically win with 0 attack. And one other way that it could normally cheese it is it has 25% score reflect, but obviously that doesn't work in arena. But the way that we could cheese it is hope Doom Skulls fall into the board, or take a 4x, 5x plus skull. Ideally, it won't come to that. But it might have to come to that. There is an argument to be made to not have it in last slot. And put this in last and just hope they don't have a last hitter. The only problem with that is if this dies, and then this dies in last slot, we just lost. So I'd rather keep it as a backline tank, because if they actually have something that hits last slot, they are never killing this. It is just not going to die. And that's kind of what we're banking on. Because the alternative is both our damage sources die if they have the correct team. And by correct team, I mean literally anything that hits last slot. Because they're always going to have something that hits first slot. To some degree. Doesn't matter what their team is, they will obviously be able to hit first. To some amount of damage. Oh no. I think this is going to be Fire Lizard spam game again. Seems very much what's happening here. Good. I want him to keep just attacking that gate over and over again. Would be very extremely beneficial to us. One nice byproduct of Fire Lizard, of course, is the burn. Pretty much anything that gets marked with burn in arena is dead. Not necessarily, but it's pretty much dead. Like even right there, he's dead. You saw he had barrier. Doesn't matter. Burn will kill. Oh, never mind. He's already dead. Well, burn was not needed. Please hit the other one so we get burn distribution. Yeah, perfect. We also got rid of the barrier, so we don't need to deal with that now. We're going to try for that for Skull. Didn't get it. It was worth a shot. It was extra turn, so we couldn't mess up. I'm going to do this, because this gives him a cast, which will probably be the last thing he does before he dies. Oh, good thing he has 0 attack. Yay, 0 attack saved us. And he's damaged, so that's enough to kill. Actually, would have been enough to kill regardless. Which is kind of the issue we already said with him. I forgot he's not targetable, but his issue is by the time they're damaged, they're already going to be one-shotted anyways. The only way he would actually be a good arena pick in that regard, unless he's just like a desperation pick at the end because you have no other option there, which is kind of what he was for this time around. But the only time he's like would actually be viable is if he had a way to like consistently 4x poison or, you know, do a small amount of true damage to all of them, because that will count as them being damaged and then he can start one-shotting everything he touches. But compared to things that could like double poke and other stuff, there's just so many better ones to draft other than him. We just didn't really have another option there. Unless we wanted to go pure red. Or 3 reds, I should say. Which wouldn't have been horrible. Like, the hyena would have been okay. It just seemed like too much red, though. Oh yeah, Harpy does 1 billion damage in arena. We might actually lose this battle. He's one more Harpy cast into like anything else will probably kill us. Really lucky cascade. We've been getting some really good cascades today. Oh no, we didn't steal enough attack value. No, maybe I should have buffed them first. I was thinking about it. Didn't end up doing it. Worst comes to worst, Fire Lizard backup. We have a 1 in 4 chance to kill them. With the only big issue we have right now too, we have no targetable hits. Both of these are completely random when it hits. Oh yeah, at least it killed. Fire Lizard doing Fire Lizard things. This is kind of funny. We got first we get Frost Lizard, now we got Fire Lizard. Got all the lizards. Oh, he's dead. Burn will kill him even if we do nothing at this point. We already won. And he can't possibly kill both of them. Actually, that's not true. He could get an amazing Skull Cascade. It is always possible for them to die. Oh yeah, the giant teams do feel like they're falling off the meta or have been. Though, giant teams still have... Gosh, can you stop dying instantly? That'd be great. Giant teams still have the highest durability in the game, though. Particularly the Stormheim giant team. Not really relevant in many situations, though. That is still a thing. They just get so much HP from the kingdom. Oh, yeah, I was hoping that would hit first slot. However, that's also a pretty annoying troop that it did tap, so that's actually kind of good. I'm going to make sure to get his mana off by not taking red. So that dies. I need this to not hit last slot. Anything would be great. No! We lost. If that would have hit anything but last slot. Actually, even if that did, we might still have lost this one. It's not over yet, though. It's close to over. Just need some really good Fire Lizards. Alright, we're gonna kill Rock before he could do anything. The problem is he's gonna kill us before. Oh, good! Oh, he didn't kill him. He had every chance to do so, and he didn't. That's huge. Okay, I need this to hit last slot because of mana. No! Of course you would finally hit him now. Oh, wait, we can still make this work. How do we want to do this? Oh, never mind. Our extra turns are gone now, so I'll have to do that. Fire Lizard that. Okay, Burn, you gotta carry us. Come on, Burn, you got this. If that Burn cleanses next turn, that's gonna be so annoying. Oh, wait, never mind. We got to live. Perfect. Never mind. It's all fine. And we got extra turn. And by next turn, I meant the following turn after that. Obviously, you can't do it on turn 1. Somehow, we did not die. Because that's going to be so annoying if that was a 1 HP versus Wall of Tentacles. Like, that would have been manageable. But that could have taken us, like, 5 minutes just to do 1 damage to him. Though he still would have won. It just would have been very annoying when... let's see. I need this thing to survive for longer than, like, 5 turns. That'd be great. If he could just do that for once. Oh, we didn't get the blue potion, unfortunately. Explosions were not lucky enough. He's about to buff his attack. That's actually a lot of attack at Arena 6 to everything. It's not bad. It's not exceptionally good. It's also not that bad. Rather have my 2 magic though. Plus all the manas. If you just compare these, it seems so horrifically bad. It's like, oh, just give everything some attack when you could be getting some armor while also being boosted by daemons, while also giving all other allies mana, while also giving all other allies magic. Of course, that magic is static though. But in Arena, it just seems so much better. In many instances, just even the 2 magic alone is better than his 6 attack. And on top of that, you're doing a billion other things. Most importantly, the mana. I kind of want to take yellow here, just so I can put a burn down on him. The only problem is every way that we could take yellow right now, which is only one way, but it gives him a skull. Though he's only going to hit for 3, so you know what, we're actually going to give it to him. We already have the attack steal, and he hasn't buffed up yet, so it's actually worth going for. I need this to not hit first slot. Good. Not ideal, though. Ideally, it would have hit last, but still better than what it could have hit it. I'm going to buff up first before we do the other thing. Going to have to take that skull. Which also kills him, which is convenient. Ideally, he dies to burn next turn. Unfortunately, he's going to get a cast off and we can't stop it. Though it's enough for it to kill us, so I'm actually just going to... Oh, wait, it gained durability, so I'm actually going to go for this. It hit the wrong target. We do have a skull there, so we'll kill that out all the way. At this point, we just have to cast Fire Lizard and we win. We won, it's over. Oh, and we can also do that. That's also over. I said, hello, Haley. Welcome, welcome. There we go. Oh, we'll do one more arena run. This is our third one. Ooh. Legion booster. 10% off. I've been going for these lately. I always mention how good their value is. And while we don't necessarily need the event keys, there's not horrible. Like, it's really good value if you need the event keys, but even if you don't, it's okay. The main value that it has is the fact that you can just instantly use the keys too. Or, you know, you could do them one at a time, you could do them, you know, any amount, and it doesn't, like, take away your value. But it's 465 gem value, if I'm not mistaken. Which means even at its full 400 cost, it's still value. The only issue is if you only need the gem keys and glory keys, which is kind of the situation where we're in. But if those are the only two you need, it comes out to a value of basically 200 gems or so. Which means we're losing about 160 gem value, technically. However, that's not counting the event keys at all. And I am actually going to go for it. I've been getting it a couple times here and there. If we ever see it at like 10% or 25% off, I'm definitely going to go for it. Got enough gems, might as well. It's more gem keys for the thing anyways. Obviously, we don't necessarily need the event keys though, which is one of the reasons why we probably shouldn't. They're not adding enough legends for us to use all of our event keys. Got over 10,000 of them. So many event keys. I wish you could just convert event keys one-to-one to gem keys. They're worth more anyways. Because we need gem keys more than event keys. Event keys are good for if you're trying to get every mythic still in the game, which, you know, is everyone pretty much. But they are still useful for when you're doing like the final stretch for targeting mythics. Like, for example, this week is a Blade of Lands week, so if you needed those mythics, you could just throw a couple thousand event keys and probably get both of them. Not guaranteed, obviously, but pretty good chance. And that's kind of like one of the main things that you use event keys for later on in the game. Obviously, as you're progressing through the game, you're getting it to get all the good legends, all the good mythics. But later in the game, you kind of still hold on to them because they're a good way to target out specific mythics. And while there are multiple mythics per kingdom, you still end up trying with a few thousand at a given kingdom to try to get one if you're only missing like a dozen or so. Instead of having to do it with diamonds, and then it saves you 4,000 diamonds, which, you know, get the savings from that, which is the main value. Speaking of event keys, next reward is 3 event keys. Or sorry, 2 event keys. Which is like 1/10 of how many we just got from the thing. Anyways, so Arcturian's kind of interesting. He has 10% this week, which brings him to 11 attack instead of 9? I think it's 9. Does he actually have base 10? I don't think he has base 10. I'm pretty sure it was 9. He creates 4 brown, boosted by blue allies, and then freezes a random enemy. So that means at minimum, he's creating 7 brown, and a freeze to a random enemy. It's not exceptionally good. One of the main things that makes him good normally is he has 65% score reduction on top of that. Plus, you could build your team to be, you know, an actual team. Were-Raven would be funny. It drains 2 mana from all enemies, and then 2 more for each Lycanthropy, and then creates a bunch of Lycanthropy. If we want to have pure chaos, we should probably pick Were-Raven. There haven't even been too many instances where you can use Were-Raven, because it happened 2 seasons ago. Or sorry, last season. What am I saying? 2 seasons ago. Last season was the one with it. So this is actually the first time I've ever actually even seen Were-Raven as an option. It does a little mini drain to get them off of full. And it creates some Lycanthropy gems. If it had damage on top of that, like a small amount of true damage to all enemies, I think I would. But the fact that it has no damage follow-up makes it not really worth it. So this guy does a small poke boost on yellow. Not really that good either. I think we're just going to put Arcturian first slot. If we can build around brown spam, we will. If we can't, then, oh well, he'll be our tank. Oh, okay. Deal 8 damage to an enemy, gain a bunch of armor boosted by their attack. That's not horrible. Other options, Drake Rider. We definitely want one or the other. I'm actually more tempted on Drake Rider here. Is he late splash or full splash? He is full splash, which means 50% to adjacents. So if he hits for about 10, which is about what he's going to normally hit for, that's 5 damage to adjacents, which means he's doing 20 damage for 11 mana cost with a convert of yellow into red. We currently have no need for yellow into red. But liking its damage, and the fact that we have to be using a brown because of that thing. You boost on blue allies, right? Yes. So let's see if we can get another blue ally. Oh, that's not going to do that. We can get another brown. Deal 7 to the first enemy. And hunters mark them. Create a billion purple. Problem is only Drake Rider is using it, plus we already have something feeding brown into it. Pox here, not really doing much. Boosted by green. Not a big enough boost ratio to do anything, though. Gosh, we're all bad. Maybe we pick our backup tank here? But if I do it with you, you're blocking on brown. If I do it with you, you're blocking on brown. I could always feed the purple into it, though. Gosh, another brown. I might have to go ship cannon. What a weird team. I think we can make it work, though. We put that in there, and that's our team. I am pretty sure that is the team. Oh, good. He gets to convert yellow to red. We don't use yellow. It's the only color we don't use. This is a very weird team now, but I think we can make it work. Worst comes to worst, this thing hits for 11, and we have a couple damage sources. So at some point, those damage sources are going to cast. Even with how much of the same mana we have. Yeah, this should hopefully land. And it actually feeds our full team to full mana. How amazing. Does anyone have a guaranteed way to hit first slot? Yes, though I can also just hit adjacents, which seems a bit better right here. So we're going to do that. I'm then going to ship cannon RNG. Somehow hit him twice. Go. Wow, that actually happened. We've been getting some insane luck in arena today. We've been getting some really above average luck. Oh, so hello, Lorelei, welcome. I do like arena for that, though. It makes you do teams against teams that you would never do under any other circumstance because you'd have to be insane to do it. Like actually build, you know, any kind of team, even remotely similar to what you would normally have in arena. But I don't know. It gives some interesting experiences that you normally wouldn't ever have at any other part of the game. It's one of the main things I actually still do the arena events for. Because it at least has that unique angle going for it. Since it's just so much different than how you would normally build a team. Alright, there's a... Oh no, what's the percent chance on that? There's 3 targets and it has 3 hits. Psst. Is that 33% chance? Isn't that higher than 33? I'm not sure. Just go. Actually, you know what? Why would we go for that when we have guaranteed kill? There's no need to RNG it. I can just do that and then win. I'm getting closer to how your name is pronounced. Sorry if I keep mispronouncing it. Lorelei? Is it not Lorelei? Lorelei? I'm pretty sure it's the final part I'm not doing correctly. Like the EI. Let's see. What do we go for here? We'll take the blue and try for the red there. Is it not? Alright, we got a skull there. And we gotta be trying to prioritize skulls. We're hitting for 11 every poke. Remember back in the day, random key fights? Yeah, those were fun. It's not really that viable to do anymore. Because PvP has, like, literally wall-to-wall meta. Like, there's only 2 teams in PvP. Like, the absolute most meta of meta. And just joke teams that are deliberately set to just auto-die, pretty much. There's almost no in between. At least we're fighting people, you know, like, around our stats. If we fight people lower, then it's pretty much a cakewalk with whatever we have. Regardless of what we're using. Which kind of defeats the point of doing it in the first place. I wish they would make a higher level version of Arena in this game. Like, you know, ones that you draft like Hero, Epic, Legend, Mythic. Because that would solve 2 things. It would bring Hero back. And it would also allow you to draft higher rarity. Because there's not really still a proper way for people to try higher rarity stuff in this game. Like, you use Doppelganger, and there's a couple weird cheesy ways that you can kind of do it. But there's not like a game mode dedicated to it. For trying out the higher rarity stuff within the game. And I'm actually really surprised they still haven't added something like that. Because it could be a good way to get people to spend more resources if that's what they want to do. Or to try to sell mythics or, you know, other shenanigans. Because if you show people, it's like, oh, this mythic's actually useful. I kind of want it. And then it's like, oh, I don't have any way to get it in a timely manner. And then it's like, oh, I'll sell you a way to get it in a timely manner. And then if they actually make that like a reasonable offer. Let's see. What do we even take here? It seems like something they would do, yet they've never done. Like, imagine if they had a way where you could, like, target a mythic for, like, 20 bucks. That's still really expensive for it. But, they'd probably sell a lot of it. I find it expensive. Some people wouldn't, though. Because they charge, like, what, 50 for, like, every instance of a mythic now? But sold with so many other resources, it's not, like, just a mythic. It's sold with, like, a billion other things. Which is annoying how they do a lot of other packs, too. Because a lot of the flash offers are, like, way more than they should be. Just because, oh, we put gems in it. When if they actually like sold the resources individually based on like removing the gems, it would be like nothing. But they always like put gems on it to inflate the cost. Let's see. We'll throw that down. Is that a kill? No, we don't have a skull. Now we do. 20... Oh gosh, how much damage was that? That was 32 damage for a skull. Because the Doom Skull plus double. Lorelei? Oh, interesting, Lorelei. Interesting. I would have never guessed that. But welcome, Lorelei. What do we take here? I'll take that. I don't think we're going to be able to get him up in time, though. Yeah, I might be able to. You know what? I'm going to try for Skull. We have two different chances. We got one of them. That was a pretty high chance. We had a 2 and 3 in our favor. Once again, another one of those instances that you generally want to go for. You might not get it every time, but you're eventually going to get it some amount of the time. Which makes up for every time that it doesn't happen. Gotta be careful doing that in Guild Wars, though. Because that could be the difference between life and death sometimes. Sometimes it's too risky, but in Arena it's normally not as bad. Because the enemy can't backfire into like a true infinite in Arena. Whereas when you do it in, you know, like Guild Wars and it messes up, that's relatively bad because then you just auto lose because of infinites, the billion infinites that exist within the game. Okay, this will be the last one then. What do we get? Oh yeah, I forgot, we don't get a 4th offer. No, we don't get any more offers. Well, we get another 3 tomorrow. And Tribute's ready now. I wonder how long that's been ready for. Hopefully I didn't miss too much time on it. That's not too big a deal. I feel like these days I only claim it like 3 or 4 times a day. But anyways, before we do end out, I might as well clear out dailies. You know, the other little ones. But if anyone has any other questions, that'll be a good time to ask. We'll probably just clear out this in dungeons and call it a night for now. As far as tomorrow, we will be doing WarioWare, I almost said Smooth Moves. WarioWare Get It Together, I believe it's called. The new WarioWare game that came out last night. We'll be doing that again at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time or so tomorrow. Unless I somehow crash, in which case it might be closer to noon. But sometime around there, we'll go for several hours. Not as long as the first stream, but for some amount of time. We're mostly going to be trying to get high scores and all the things. And by high scores, I don't mean like world record high scores, but you know, to do like the achievements and everything in the game. We're setting like X scores in a bunch of various modes. So we're going to be trying to tackle that and see if we can get like all the score thingies done tomorrow. And go from there. And of course, every night this weekend, we'll be doing Gems of War. Same time as always, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hour prior to now every single night. And we'll be doing at least 3 runs each night to distribute it up. And yeah, we're mostly just going to be running Arena, of course, to finish out the event. I really wish they would buff the Arena rewards. I honestly don't mind the gameplay that much of Arena. It's just specifically the rewards that are very lacking. Like at the end of this, we're going to leave with like, what, 3 gem keys, having our Daemon pet upgraded. Which is very rare when that actually aligns perfectly. But as far as like actual resources, we got what? 3 gem keys, 2 event keys, half a deed, diamonds I don't need, and probably a green orb, which I alluded to in the title of this stream. Hopefully it's not, though. If you get at least a blue or purple, it was kind of worth the time. Especially if you get a blue, it's definitely worth the time. But if you get like a green or orange, it feels very bad. Which is definitely more likely. The chance that you're going to get a green or orange is like 2/3. It's like taking the inverse of that 2/3 gamble on the board, which we say to not go for. Yeah, that's basically the exact same thing with the orb. It's a 1/3 chance it will go in your favor, and 2/3 it will not. Which is a very bad idea. But we're still going for it. Yeah, you only get the pet offer if you currently need a kingdom upgrade that requires a pet. You will never see the pet offer otherwise. So like tomorrow, I will not see pet offers anymore because we got our pet that we needed upgraded. And I wanted to do that so it would stop showing up here like every other day. Actually, it's been here, I think, every single day since Monday when that was possible. So 4 days now. Or sorry, 5 days now. It's Friday. 5 days now he's shown up here. But now he won't anymore, which is nice. Because we finally got the last of the copies due to Arena. One good thing Arena event can actually do. Honestly, that's probably one of the only really, really good things that offers can consistently do. If you do need to get one of these pet upgraded, the chance that you get it off of one of your Arena things is at least a 1 in 3. Which means if you do a 3 Arena runs, you would get it like every single day until the pet's max. So it can be pretty good for that. If nothing else. Because the chance of it happening is just so ridiculously high. Of course, you could try doing it every day for war coins, Imperial, stuff like that. Though the chance that you would get something from it for even doing it for a month straight is pretty low. Like, if you did Arena every single day for a month, you'll probably get, like, 1 Imperial offer and 1 War Coin offer, which is more than you would have had. But the amount of time invested relative to what you get back in return is extremely luck-based and probably overall not worth it, which is personally why I don't run Arena every day. I'm pretty sure most people don't. We never did do a poll on it, though. If I had to guess, I'm pretty sure less than 10% of people, maybe even less than that, run Arena every day. Just not really that good of value. But anyways, guys. We will be back, as I mentioned, tomorrow, same time as always, hour prior to now tomorrow, and we'll be continuing with the Arena run. If nothing else, at least it's better value during an Arena event, and definitely make sure to at least, if you are going to be doing an Arena event, try spreading it out so at least 3 battles go to all 3 of the days, and then finish out whatever other battles you still need with it to get the last of the points, to get to the orb. Mostly because you do get some extra offers there, and occasionally it can be okay. You do the Arena every single day. I know there are some people that do. It's technically worth it. If you want to get, like, every bit of value from every daily within the game, you can. It's one of those dailies where the value is low enough that you don't have to feel bad skipping it, but high enough that if you did it every single day for a very long period of time, it could kind of be okay value. Yeah, you hate it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you'd get tired of Arena by that point. I know when I just do the Arena event, I don't mind Arena as much, but if I did it, like, literally every single day, I would get so tired of Arena very quickly. But anyways, guys, I'm going to be heading out for now. Thank you so much for stopping by. As always, greatly appreciated. Stay safe out there. Have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you guys soon. Goodbye, everyone, and thanks for watching.